Now tuning in to Earbud Media. Audio for everyone.
It's been so long, you know?
It has. I feel like I haven't talked to you in a really long time.
Yeah, we're famously not friends.
No.
Outside of this business arrangement.
we are just business partners.
Yeah.
That's
capitalism. All. But you know what? Always got the ideas in the bank. You know, we're never running out of ideas over here and Into the Twilight.
Yeah, welcome to Into the Ideas.
Ooh.
Where we pitch... No, that is a podcast, I'm sure, where people just pitch ideas.
Yeah, it's Shark Tank. But
right.
For podcasts, for us.
That sounds
so
like an unlistenable
yeah.
kind of sound space.
Right.
Which isn't us. Hi. Welcome to Into the Twilight.
We're here. We did it. Did you miss us? We're back.
Hey, I know that I did get mad last episode and tell you all to give us a break because we don't miss episodes.
Right.
And then we did, in fact, do that.
Right. We did do that. Whoopsie-doopsie.
But that's called comedy.
Right. It's actually called a long con. You know what I mean? Right. It's like a bit, you know?
Yeah.
So
sometimes
this was all
we just
planned.
do a joke.
Yeah. Sometimes things happen for
and to
comedy.
Be fair, we did plan it. It didn't happen
right.
because of an emergency. So
right. Yes, this is true.
It was a planned break.
Yes.
And hey, we deserve it. So
right. So eat shit. Just kidding. We love you.
No, don't eat shit, but also eat shit.
Yeah, sure.
Can I just say that while we took a week off, neither of us rested. It was not rejuvenating.
No.
In any sense of the word.
No.
Cody's been on his grind. I have been on the back end making sure that the next month plus of content that we have scheduled out is just going to freak your bean. So
yeah, it's going to be fucking lit. I know we keep teasing it, but it's actually going to be great. So it's not a bit. It's going to be great.
Can you imagine if we were just teasing it and it was just like the same old shit?
Just every week we're like, next week for sure we're going to have something so good for you guys.
Sure,
and we never fall through on it.
Oh, that would be the worst.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be like a fucking sleepover. Block party kind of thing. It'll be great.
Hell yeah. It'll be so fun.
Like summer, but when summer's nearly over.
Yeah.
Saying something that sounds exhausting. My body's like, please don't.
Please.
Don't. Please don't.
I can't do this.
That sounds like so much work. Speaking of work, hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. I am surrounded by boxes and things, but that's good because that means my partner is here and we moved in together. Yeah. Pew, 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 pew. So that's been fun, even though it's been, kind of a nightmare, but like generally pretty easy as far as moving is considered, which is nice. But I will say in the brief moments of break and stuff, I've been playing a lot of Fall Guys.
Damn.
So, turns out it's fun again. I don't know what to tell you. It's fun again. First of all, I don't know if you were in the trenches, because we were all playing Animal Crossing early 2020. Right. We were trying to find any sort of relief from everything going on. Right? One of those things for me was Fall Guys.
I watched a lot of people play Fall Guys.
It's so much fun to watch people play. Also fun to play it. But back then, I was playing, like, on my laptop with, like, a jank fucking, like, light-up controller that didn't really work very well with the configurations of my laptop. It wasn't really great. So I wasn't very good at the game, which made me very upset. And I wanted to be very good at it. But now, like, 2 years later or whatever the fuck, it's free and it's on Switch, which means I can be good at it. Which means
that changes everything.
The buttons make sense to me now. I get it. It's fun. I can win sometimes. It's very good. And I just like seeing those fun little guys and their silly little outfits. Is that a crime? No. Okay. No. And sometimes, just in between cleaning or moving or packing or anything, I'm like, let me just give myself a little treat. And sometimes the treat takes a little bit longer than a treat would normally take because Fall Guys is a little bit addictive. But you know what? Yeah. It's about moderation, and I'm having a great 100%. Time. I'm getting angry at fucking teenagers on the internet. Nature's healing. You know what I mean?
As you should.
That's been giving me joy, because I really thought it wouldn't be fun again. But now that it's on Switch, I'm like, fuck yeah, this is awesome.
My opinion is that all games should be on Switch or the other handheld thing.
Sure. Uh-huh.
Because I get it. I get it. Right. You all want to be console people.
Sure.
You want to have your fucking PS5 and it to take up your whole entertainment center.
Sure.
That's not my truth. No. I can't see far away.
I want to hold it in my hand and look at it. I wanted my face to be on the screen.
Exactly. And if I want to be able to put it on my big television, then I can still do that with a Switch.
Right.
So yeah. I don't understand.
So take that. Checkmate.
So take that.
Gamers.
I love being able to play. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, I grew up with a Game Boy Color. Like, I want to be able to play video games in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that. I did not know about it being on the Switch. That changes things a lot.
Yeah.
And that is just a improvement.
Yeah. It's a good time. Yeah. And it's free, so you can just download it. You can just do it. You don't even have to pay like $20 or whatever for it anymore. Just live your truth.
Unheard of these days.
With your beans.
When video games are like fucking $70.
Yeah, exactly. Get out of here. I'm sick of it. But yeah, that's my happy thing. How are you doing, my friend?
I am okay.
Yeah.
We are also... The heat wave for us starts tomorrow.
Ugh, Godspeed.
And Listen, I'm on a lot of medications that make me intolerant to the heat.
Right. Yes.
So the average summer here of like 75, 80 is already too much.
A lot. Yeah, right.
It's nice. I won't deny that. But it's already like, my body's like, hey, stop it.
Right.
And now it's going to be like 96 for multiple, like a week plus. And everybody's like, complaining about the Pacific Northwest, being worried about it, and very similar to the UK. And it's like, I don't know how to tell you all that, like, our homes are not built for this, but okay.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
This is not.
My happy thing is a little bit of a shock to myself, personally.
Ooh. Okay.
But we are now in Leo season.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
We made it.
And I felt like it was appropriate to bring a new favorite Leo of mine to this space.
Seasonal pick.
A seasonal pick. And also a surprisingly seasonal pick, because I will say this, I have been a casual Stranger Things viewer.
Yeah.
For fucking, 6-7 years now?
Yeah, a bajillion years, yeah.
Right. Like, I watch it when it comes out, but I'm not like a stan, right?
Right. Sure.
I would have never said, like, this is my identity now.
Yeah.
Because Stranger Things is not good. Duffer Brothers and I...
Yeah, have some beef.
Why I oughta.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, most of the things I enjoy, it's set in the 80s. So it's like they've got my fucking number, you know what I mean?
Right. It's got all the things you would love. Yeah.
It's like it's Oops All Synth, right? And that's like...
Right, yeah. I mean... That's me, baby.
Yeah. Like, what am I gonna do? Anyways,
that gets my gears going.
I, unfortunately, my brain has decided to hyperfixate on season 4.
Sure.
Which is a problem.
Yeah.
Because it's not good. I will say that. However, have you watched it?
So here's the thing. I have not
Yeah.
seen this new season yet, but I
Yeah,
keep
all right.
seeing this fucker that you
Okay.
and I
Okay.
like his energy. I like his
All right.
gusto. There's something about him that I like. And
Yeah.
I've heard all of the things about, like, you know, people being mean to him at conventions or whatever, and then people being really nice to him, and like him doing all this
Yeah.
whatever. He's going through a lot, okay, I guess, you know, and he seems like a sweet kid, whatever. I like his energy. I don't know any.
Yeah.
I still have not watched it. I'm teetering over to finally watching it, but I am.
So here's what I'll say.
yeah,
So my happy thing of the week is the character, Eddie Munson. I'll get there in a
Yes.
second. My personal recommendation to you.
yes,
Because what I did is I watched season 4, and then I was like, that's fine. But there were some things I didn't get. So what I did is I went back and I rewatched all of it.
okay,
And then I watched season 4, and that made a lot more sense. So
yeah.
my
that feels
recommendation to you,
'cause it's been 7,000 years since
It's
the
been-
last season, so
I was a child, and they weren't even born when they were acting during that
right,
time.
yes,
So my recommendation to you is either watch a really in-depth recap of seasons 1 through 3, or
just watch it all.
rewatch it.
Yeah, okay.
Because here's the fucked up thing about these two Duffer brothers, and this is why I'm saying, like, why I oughta. They're going back and they're changing the previous seasons. Like, they're going back
Interesting.
into them to change things to make it fit season 4. To, like,
okay.
connect the dots.
Oh.
Which is, like, that's some fucky shit. Anyways.
Yeah,
So that's
you
my
sick,
recommendation
twisted
to
men.
you. They shouldn't have that much control. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So, Eddie Munson, canonically in this show, is a Leo.
Great.
I wouldn't have even needed to know that just when I saw his hair. I was like,
Right, got
unfortunately,
it.
I'm obsessed with you.
Yeah.
And there's so many things about this man that I'm unfortunately in love with. It's not just the hair. It's not just the, like, he goes 100 as a DM for his D&D club. It's not just the, like, he wears rings like I wear rings, which is on every single finger. But he's, it's just the way that he, like, holds himself. And he has, like, trauma. So
Sure, yeah, of course.
and anyways, he's beautiful and wonderful, and I love him a lot. And every scene that he's in, he's like, "Hi, sorry, what do you mean that this stuff is happening in my town? Like, why are you all fine with this? This is absolutely not fine."
Finally, a voice of reason in this
Exactly.
in Hawkins, Indiana.
I love him a lot. This season's not good. It's not. I'm gonna be honest.
But this
all of the
guy,
criticisms-
great.
all of the criticisms, absolutely valid. But I love Eddie Munson, unfortunately. And that's my happy thing. Is
Hey.
this man.
That's beautiful. I love that. I love this man.
I unfortunately love this man. Yeah, he's great. So we actually do have current events.
We do. Can you believe?
We took some time.
Yeah.
I'm glad now that it's been a while. Some folks have actually watched Persuasion. It's been good to see the feedback there, so that's great.
Yeah, I love that.
Now, the last time that we talked about Vampire Academy, the Peacock version, we were like, damn, it'd be nice for them to have a trailer.
Right. Of any kind. Outside of the
Right.
2, like, fast frames that we got in their lineup.
And they heard us, and they were like, oh, we got you.
They blessed us.
Don't worry about it.
We got a teaser, baby.
When we are recording this, they released it 2 days ago, so on the 21st.
Yeah.
And before we talk about this teaser, which is 90 seconds long, I would love to read the synopsis that they put in their YouTube video.
Ooh,
for you.
Yes, please.
So, they put this whole synopsis in this YouTube video. I love this. Okay. Synopsis. Lissa, a royal vampire, and her best friend and protector, Rose, navigate romance, class politics, and ancient magic at their boarding school for vampires. When a mysterious bond develops between the two friends, they must work together to decipher it, all while facing threats inside the gates and out, including the bloodthirsty and undead Strigoi, based on the international best-selling series from Ferrero Rocher, but it does say Rochelle Mead.
Right. Could you imagine?
I would pass out.
Yeah. So in this context, it seems like the bond is something that happens during, right? It's not something like a wistful beforehand, like in the books, right?
Yeah, they're probably then gonna show her parents
a little bit
dying.
Yeah. Right, yeah. Brutal murder, yeah.
So, like, a little bit of... So, which makes me curious, right? That, like, they're probably going to show then the kind of a little bit of before the first book starts of the... Maybe, like a little bit of the crash. Maybe probably, like, as a flashback. But I wonder if they'll actually show some of them in Portland when they were running.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Right.
Because it's interesting that the way they describe that is like the bond is going to happen. Right.
It's like it's something that's on the horizon. Interesting.
Because everything that's in this trailer, we see Lissa in her like regalia.
Right. Yeah. We see a lot of robes. See a lot of robes. A lot of robe action going on here.
It's I don't know how to describe this. The sets that they used feel very fake.
Yeah, yes. The CGI is not looking super hot here, in terms of the places. It gives me kind of like weird Squid Game kind of diorama aspects, you know what I mean? Of just like there's certain like scenes where there's like these like weird rooms with like a bunch of people in robes and weird neon lighting, and like it all looks like paper mache kind of like behind them.
That's the thing, is like in the movie they recognized and they mentioned and showed, I guess, the architecture of St. Vlad's as having that fancy exterior.
Right.
But when you got into the interior of the classrooms and even some of the hallways, it was fairly modern.
Yeah, for sure.
In this, at least from what we're seeing, it's all old.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
It is. And I don't know that it necessarily serves the story.
Right.
It reminds me, these sets remind me of the CW Royal show.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Was it just called Royals?
No, it was where they had the really shitty costuming.
Oh.
What happens if I just type in CW? Rain.
Rain. Ah, there it is. Yep.
It just looks...
Yeah.
Everything looks like the fucking Volturi.
Yes,
and
right.
It just looks very clearly fake.
Yeah.
And I will be curious to see more, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
But I do love the actors. Like, the main...
Yeah, they all look really cool.
Great.
Yeah, I'm excited. Trepidatiously excited.
And we have... It comes out on the 15th, and we will be reviewing it. So we're going to be at a little bit of a pause between this book and the last two.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It is. Could you take us to Penn Badgley Corner?
Always. It would be a pleasure, an absolute joy to take you to Penn Badgley Corner. We got this piece from The Wrap, Jennifer Moss. Thank you.
Thank you.
With this beautiful headline, Penn Badgley is cool with you thinking his you character. It's basically Dan from Gossip Girl.
I mean,
which we have discussed on this program
Yes.
before about how they're essentially the same man in slightly different fonts. But this is like the first time I feel like that he's properly made that connection himself, which is interesting, of him just being like, yeah, you know, there's something really kind of creepy about both Joe Goldberg and Dan from Gossip Girl, because they're just always stalking people, and, you know, obviously one has more murderous intent than the other, but similar heartstrings.
That's my favorite part of this piece, like when he responds to the question, is he says, the parallels and comparisons are not lost on me.
Right.
I can only imagine... I can only imagine, you know, like a worst version of an ad. And then he says in like a dramatic voiceover, if you like Gossip Girl, this one is going to be a killer.
Yeah.
Which would be hilarious. I would love it.
Yeah. Yeah, we love to see it.
I think that I'm surprised. I would be surprised if this is the first time someone has asked him about it.
Yeah,
They're
for
both
sure.
Sickos.
They're both sick freaks.
And I'm curious. To see where season 4 is going to go, given the things we've learned so far.
Right.
About this season have been pretty nasty.
Yeah, pretty gross and nasty.
Yeah. I'm very nervous.
Yeah, I'm scared for whatever
nervous.
Joe's got up his fucking sleeve.
I know.
And Penn, all of them.
Both of them, I don't fucking trust them. I'm also very nervous to talk about these chapters with you.
God. We're back, baby.
When we, forever ago, looked at the pain that we are currently in Blood
Sure.
Promise,
Yes.
Rose, I remember, and now I'm really having to do some recall and not just fun face recall. Rose realized that she is being trapped.
Yes.
Lyssa
Finally. Yeah.
realized that she is in an uh-oh space
Yes.
with Christian.
Yes.
And Rose also is like, what if I try to prolong being bitten as much as possible?
Right. To
That is
build
what I
up the
remember.
strength and be able to actually take back what's hers and get out of here.
Yes.
And save Lyssa and everyone.
Yeah. Because I think that also came because of her talk with Adrian.
Yes. Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So,
chapter
tell me
23.
About this.
Rose is finally back into, like, girl boss planning mode. She's like, fuck,
Great.
okay, I gotta actually come up with an escape plan. Like, I know I'm getting, like, severe sort of withdrawals from this sort of blood situation, but I need to, like...
Someone get this girl an iPad and Notion.
Right, exactly. Yeah, get her an Asana board and let's get this figured out, okay? And so she's
She
like,
will escape
fuck.
in no time.
Right. I got this, okay? Like, I just have to, like, distance myself from Dimitri, not get bitten. Like, I have to just keep my strengths up, my wits about me before he, like, comes down and is like, we have to churn you right now kind of energy.
Right. No big deal. Totally doable.
Right. And she sort of, like, crashes a little bit, wakes up, and sees Dimitri, like, literally staring right at her in her eyes. And she's like, oh, shit, hi, what's up? Because it's been, at this point, days since the last time that Dimitri has stopped
He's
by.
like a cat. He's like, you didn't feed me. I'm hungry.
Right, exactly. And she's like, oh my god, I have to, like, play this up a little bit. You're back. Oh my god, I missed you.
Hey,
oh my
bestie.
god, hey. And he's like, I had things to do. And she's like, okay, cool. And notices.
He's so nasty. He had, like, dried
Yeah,
blood
he had dried
in his
blood, and
mouth.
she's like, she noticed, like, he obviously, like, just fed, and now is just, like, coming back for seconds or dessert or whatever, which is like, okay, buddy, stop.
And he's like, should we be bad?
Right, should we
we
be
have a
bad? Should we have a little,
Should we
you
have
know,
a little treat?
a little treat? And she's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I gotta distract. I gotta something. And she's like, okay, shit. Something's wrong. I was in Lissa's head. Let me just say that, okay? I got pushed out. Something was really weird. I don't really know what's going on. And Dimitri's like, okay, well, that's probably just like a new spirit thing. Like, maybe that's just something, once you're like turned, you'll like have full control over like the bond and the spirit stuff. And like, you'll be able to see everything better. So like, that's probably just what that is. You're just getting like a little taste of it. Pretty cool. Rose obviously like, that doesn't seem like that's what this is, but whatever.
Seems fake.
Seems kind of fake. And they're talking about this like Moroi, Strigoi, royal killing on royal lines kind of thing. Like, because Nathan's obviously very invested in destroying the Lissa's family and the whole bloodline and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like, yeah, it's just kind of complicated.
How fucked up it is that those words rhyme. Like, it really bothered me in the first book, but it's really annoying now.
It definitely is a lot more noticeable this time around of just being like, yep, we get it. All the rhymes, we get it. Rochelle, you're very cool at this. God, it's fucked up. But yeah, she's like, yeah, it's just complicated, you know. It just like, makes things a lot more difficult, and we have to like have this fear hunting thing, and the old world is different, but this is a new world kind of vibe. Which like, okay, whatever, my guy, prey or predator kind of energy. Which, whatever.
Fuck this dude.
Fuck this dude for real. He's just being shitty as per usual and just trying to get her to do something for him instead of actually wanting to be with her, which he does not. Right. Which, nasty shit. Okay.
Give me back my old Dimitri, please and thank you.
Yeah. Oh, and then we have this conversation about the family, Dimitri's family, because Dimitri notices that she has the Nazar eye thing, like talisman or whatever,
and her ring.
Yes, correct, right. So she has all these different like things from this family, right? And he's like, I haven't seen this in a really long time. And she was like, oh, I guess we haven't really talked about how I was like chilling with your family for like a really long time. I guess that never really came up in our, sexual escapades.
Right.
And this is
your town thought I was your wife.
Right, literally.
Should come up at some point.
And, they talk about all the family members, how they're doing, like, the ones that are pregnant and, like, his mother, his grandmother, all those things. And this is the first time we see Dimitri, like, act somewhat like a normal person again. Because there's some sort of, like...
It a big deal that he is playing with the ring during this conversation.
Right.
Too.
Yes. So he's like, gesturing with his ring and sort of having this conversation about his family and his past, and Rose is kind of slipping back into the, oh, maybe this is the guy, but it's like, no, we have to be strong, Rose. Right. Even though we're talking about very, important things and things that are like very obviously will trigger him into something that feels more human than he is, right?
I will say, though, that was hard to do when they were talking about his grandma.
Yes.
And he was smiling, and he was like... Rose was like, hey, your fucking grandma...
it scares the shit out of me.
She scares the shit out of me. She's always angry, and she pretends not to speak English. And he was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, she does that. That's her.
Sounds like my grandma.
Yeah, which, so good. And they talk about, like, the books and the comrade nickname and the dusters. And, like, again, puts Rose in this, like, spiral of, like, oh, this is the guy. Like, this is the one that I had, but he's just not here anymore. Which is so fucked up. Ugh.
Like, Ferrero, what's your fucking damage?
Yeah, hey, did somebody hurt you, Ferrero? Okay? Because I don't appreciate this.
One of the things that really hurt too is that Rose says, like, your family wanted me to stay, and I had thought about doing it, and
Yeah.
Dimitri pauses for a second and is like, you probably should have done that. And he's like, you would have been, like, you might have been happy there. And it's like, I need to go, actually.
Right,
My
I
mom's
can't.
calling. I need to...
Sorry, I can't do this anymore, actually. And she does this thing where she starts doing this thing in these chapters where she just starts asking questions to sort of delay things and try to get a...
It's a very Bella thing.
Right, of just being like, what is kissing like, you know, for you? Like, you know, what is that like for you? And just, like, asking all these questions.
Sex talk? What's this like?
Of, like, how it would be for a Strigoi, right? In an effort to make Dimitri feel like, yes, this is what you want, and I want to make it seem like the best possible thing for you. But she's just like, all right, take your time, but I'm just counting down the clock right now, so you do your thing.
Literally just, like, playing 20 questions or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, literally.
It's smart because he's so easy to fool.
Right, because he's just like, yes, this will be the ticket to get her to finally shut up and turn into a Strigoi. Fuck yeah, we did it. Meanwhile, Rose is just like, and predator. What about this one? What about this question? How about this? What is this like as a Strigoi? What about this? What about this as a Strigoi?
What's your heat tolerance like when you're
a
Strigoi? He's like, I'm the ultimate predator. No one can bother me.
Right, exactly.
Distracting him. Just asking questions off like a things to ask your boyfriend page on Google.
Yeah, literally. It's like, normal questions to ask your boyfriend when he's trying to turn you into a bloodthirsty vampire.
We know so many characters who have pulled up that exact page.
Literally,
over the last 6 years.
It's a rich oeuvre that we have collected.
That's how you know what to send us to review on Into the Twilight, is like who has pulled up that exact page.
Right, exactly.
Oh, God. Anyways, this Dimitri is a dunce.
Yeah.
Rose is finally getting back to her girl boss energy.
We love to see it.
My favorite part about all of this, too, again, ultimate predator, can't be fooled, is she gets him with the easiest trick in the book of pretending to be asleep.
Like, come on, buddy.
Hello?
Yeah, she's like, I'm so tired. I would want to get bit so bad right now. You have no idea, but I'm like so sleepy. I'm sleepy weepy right now, so I can't actually.
I'm literally falling asleep as I talk to you.
I'm gone. And it's gone. It's out.
And literally does the like comic, like cartoon snoring. The like.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh damn, like she really fell asleep that fast. Gotta go.
Shit, alright. And then immediately
Nathan
goes back up and it's like, alright, let's fucking go, dude. It's go time.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out, and just tries to look at anything in the room to use as a weapon, as anything. Just looking around, searching.
I mean, bless her.
Bless her heart, you know?
And the answer is that there's not really
not much
stuff.
No.
But in the process of doing that, because what else is she going to do to pass the time? She's got to go into Lyssa's brain.
She's got to see, just to get her a little bit of clarity, a little closure, perhaps, of what's going on with our girl Lyssa.
So many times.
Stop.
You know what happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna bring the spirit of Zed into this room. I'm sorry. Listen, once Rochelle Mead invents a better word for that word, then I'll use it.
It's true.
But she hasn't.
Bro does
so.
Say that a lot. It's because Lyssa needs it, because she's down bad. She's down bad.
She is with the original Rose's original therapist when Rose was really freaking out about Mason stuff. Deidre.
You know Deidre.
Everyone knows. We know.
Deidre.
And it's not going great. Because she's trying to pick out anything from Lyssa of being like, hey, it seems like you've done a lot of things that are worrying people, like you were super drunk and you've been having all these parties and like damaging property, like a lot of wild
so you told one of your
shit.
professors to sniff your shorts.
Right, yeah. You're being a real Bart, Lissa, and I don't really appreciate that.
And then you skateboarded out of class.
Yeah,
so,
it's
what?
really out of character for you.
You
And
just wanna
she's
check in
just
'cause you're
not...
being real cool.
She's not having any of it. She's just like, listen, if you want me to pay for, like, the stuff that got damaged, I'm happy to do it. I don't give a fuck, whatever. Like, I'm sorry, like, it won't happen again, whatever. Like, it's okay.
She says while pulling out her fucking T-Mobile
Yeah.
sidekick.
And Deidre's like, that's not really why I'm concerned, though. Like, I'm concerned, like, why you're, like, this rebellious spirit is not really vibing well with you or with anyone here. Like, it doesn't really feel good for you. Like, I just want to make sure that you're okay, you know?
Me? Okay. Duh.
Yeah, of course.
Duh, Deidre.
Deidre, I've never been... this is the best I've ever been in my entire life. Can't you tell? Nobody's worried about me. I have all of my friends
You
and
should
my
be worried about
boyfriend.
yourself,
We're all
Deidre.
so good. Yeah, everything's fine. So, like, whatever. Okay.
Seems like you haven't been to the mall lately, Deidre. Maybe you should check in
Yeah.
on yourself.
Right. And
Sounds
then...
like Lissa's actually the coolest she's ever been.
Yeah, she's actually pretty fucking cool. So who are we to stop her from this path of
Sounds like
self-destruction?
Lissa's pretty close to being on an MTV show, if I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
so we might just want to see how this plays out. You know what I mean? Just to see.
Yeah, it sounds like Lissa's definitely not, like, self-destructing and
No.
for relationships.
No, for sure not. And speaking of ruined relationships, she gets out of this Deidre situation and immediately sees Christian and, like, runs after him. And he's like, Christian, we have to talk, okay? And he is, as he was in the last chapters we were reading, very stoic, not really giving in to her needs or her fears or any of the things that's clearly going terrible with her brain right now. And he's just like, what do you want? Like, I don't know if I want to do this. Like, it's a lot. And you're, like, a totally different person right now. And it's really making me, like, scared and upset or whatever. And it's, like, all this darkness, you know. And she's like, and you're just lying to me about, like, the boys and the parties and all this shit. Like, I feel useless. All that kind of shit, right? And she keeps trying to be like,
so bad.
I'm not lying. Like, even though she was. But, like, it in a way that was just like, I need you to, like, understand that this is not... I don't know what's going on with me right now kind of vibe. Even though she doesn't really have the full capacity to, like, express that right now.
Thankfully, Christian right now has the honesty and maturity to look at Lissa and be like, Lissa, you're being a really season 2 version of the Heidi.
Right. We need to nip
No
that shit in the
love
bud right now,
from the
okay?
hills, and we
Yeah.
need to cut this shit out before you
Yeah.
become unrecognizable.
Right.
And she's like, how dare you?
Right. And basically, like, breaks up with her. Which... in, like, the most...
Here's the thing. I get it.
Yes, for sure. Christian's going through a lot right now, okay? And doesn't really have anyone else in his corner. So, like, I get it.
I understand it, and I don't think that it's incorrect
Right.
for Christian to be like, I set boundaries, you cross these boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
That has natural consequences. However, Lissa is spiraling
For sure.
and does not have a floaty in the world to help her right now.
Yeah. And that one totem pole was Christian, you know, outside of Rose,
Yeah.
obviously. So it's not looking great for anyone.
Yeah. He was definitely a life preserver for her, and now he's like, well, I need to go take care of me.
Yeah.
So have fun with Avery and Adrian, who are prob's not going to help you.
Right.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. And both Adrian and Avery are like, let him go. You have to let him leave, okay? Like, he has to figure this out on his own. It's just like, guys,
Yeah,
you are
just wait for
not
him
being
to cool off.
helpful.
He'll come around.
Right. It's like, guys, come on.
And then the chapter ends, but not before Avery looks at Rose.
This fucking shit.
Okay. So Avery looks at Rose, but through Lissa. And then is like, hey, fuck you. get out of here.
Yeah, like, not you again.
Like, Thanos snaps her out of Lyssa's brain. And this is where we learn Avery, the one that we've been like,
what's her deal? What's her
deal? This girl is a fucking spirit user.
And so she's just been icing Rose out anytime she's trying to get in her head. That's why she's been pushing her out. She wants to destabilize her.
Yeah. So Avery very much knows that something's wrong with Lyssa, and is like, well, I'm gonna just make it worse. Cause
yeah, what if?
What if, why not?
Ugh.
Never trust an Avery.
Never trust an Avery, period.
And now I want to know what the fuck's up with her weird sicko brother that she had that weird relationship with.
Yeah, like, what's going on there?
Yeah.
Right. So chapter 24, Rose is obviously in shock. She just got pushed out of the dream by Avery. And it's like, fuck, Avery's spirit, that's the whole, it's all coming together. Like, everything makes so much more sense. Like, the whole thing with Adrian and all these things of, like, their relationship to each other. Like, something is going on here.
Now I can justify the fact that I wasn't jealous. It was Avery all along.
Right, it was Avery the whole time. Right, exactly.
Right.
But she's like, what the hell does Avery even want with Lyssa at this point? Like, if she has these powers and she is booting me out of these dreams, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, something is clearly wrong. Like, that something is going on here. And, like, we have to figure something out. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, that's not great for me or for Lyssa. Like, what's the end game here? Not a big fan of this.
I don't like it. There's so many different problems here. And Rose needs to try to solve all of them simultaneously.
Yeah.
Sure. Sounds doable.
Right. So she's back pacing, trying to figure out something else to use as a weapon. She, like, puts on this little dress because she doesn't have her jeans and t-shirt anymore. Which, like, rude. But then she's like,
puts on that fucking Merida sweater dress again.
Yeah, right. And then she's like, fuck. This chair is wobbly. I can get the leg out and, like, just sharpen it enough to not be, like, a full stake, but enough to, like, puncture someone or use as a weapon or at least do something. I'm not defenseless anymore.
Yeah, it might not kill someone.
Right.
But it'll definitely distract them.
Right. And that's the main goal at this point, just to get out and figure it out. So she's, like, figuring out this fucking chair thing, slamming it down, figuring it out, getting against the wall, all that shit. And just going ham in this room. She's just, like, throwing this chair, like, all over the place, being like,
it was the one the first day.
Yes.
That Dimitri had, like, cracked. And so she's like, okay,
right.
well, I can
That's something.
He started it. I can finish this.
Right. Yeah, this was, he left this for me, right? Like, this.
Exactly.
She finally breaks out the leg. Thank God. She has a weapon. Hell yeah. We love to see it. Okay. At least it works. And she notices the door open. It's not Dimitri. That's what she's expecting to. Even though she's, like, preparing herself mentally to be like, if it is him, I have to stake him. Like, I have to do something, okay? I can't just, like, go back into my old ways here. I cannot hesitate. But it was Inna, who, at this point, this chapter also made me realize, I guess I was assuming that Inna was a lot older than she was. It seems like she is a young person. That's on me for my reading comprehension.
Teenager?
Yeah, they made her. They described her more as a teenager this time around. I think I just maybe with the name and sort of the whole service kind of aspect of things thought maybe she was a bit older. So that's on me. That's my bad. So Inna comes in, and she has a chair or has a tray and, like, her little food and stuff. Rose looks over, looks at the there's, like, a little ham sandwich or something in there, and she jumps at Inna immediately, like, throws her against the floor, slams her head back, and she looks obviously very stunned and confused. And she, like...
she's got a concussion.
She's got a concussion. She, like, brandishes the stake, and it's like, Inna, I swear to God, what the fuck is the code to the door? What is it? And her response is really just, like, saying a lot of gibberish in Russian. And she's like, fucking give me...
Like, spitting
give me the code. God damn it. Okay. And she's like, numbers? The door. What are the numbers? Give me the numbers. Okay. And she, at this point, is like drawing blood. And this has kind of put Rose in a little bit of a weird situation because Ina's like a human. She's not a vampire. She's not a Moroi. She's not a Strigoi. She's not any of those things. She's just like a servant human that's there.
Right.
And so she's just like, please, God, I don't want to kill you. But fucking tell me what the numbers are. And she like repeats the numbers multiple times. And she's like, fuck, okay, I have at least one door ready. I know there's another door. We can cross that bridge when we get there, my guy.
Yeah, that was... I'm glad that she at least mentioned the second door.
Yeah.
And... Listen, Rose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that you got both of these. The problem, though, is she doesn't get to escape yet.
No, she does not.
Ina is not dead. She's
No.
just very unconscious.
Yes.
And
like the door clicks. And she's like,
yeah, she's
fuck.
like, all right, cool, got it. The problem, though, yeah, is like someone's coming in.
Uh-oh.
So
that's not a great escape.
Yeah.
At this point.
And she gets the nausea, because it's been long enough that she hasn't had a bite that she has her nausea again. Like, a Strigoi is coming in.
Right.
So, you just gotta throw a human. Just throw Ina in the bathroom.
In the bathtub and just go, you just chill over there for a second, okay?
Just don't wake up.
Yeah.
And thinking it's Dimitri being like, oh, hey, babe.
Yeah.
Let's not go in the bathroom. Let's just chill out together.
Yeah, let's just stay out here. This is fun.
But it's not. It's Nathan Fielder, and he's come to kill her.
The whole time. the Strigoi to rule them all was Nathan Fielder.
And he is not playing games this time. He is like...
No. He's like, it's time.
No.
This is the day. We have to do it. Okay? This is the time. All right?
Yep.
And what she does this time, they keep doing this like 20 question sort of thing. Which, just only...
It works for a while.
It works for a while, right? Until he noticed that she's sweating. And he's like, why are you sweating? And she's like, fuck, of course I'm sweating. Because I'm emotionally and physically preparing myself to kill my boyfriend, who is an evil vampire. I have to do this.
I just attacked a person.
And also, I literally just attacked a human. Like, and she's just, like, unconscious in the bathroom. So there's a lot of things going on right now.
Right.
But while they're in this sort of, like, 20 questions phase, she, like, disarms him. He's, like, he sort of, like, leans back a little bit and, like, is not as aggressive or, like, super locked and loaded.
And it's weird because she's like, she could have been saying something like, I'm nervous or something,
right.
But she's like, I have really bad IBS right now.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I really need to shit.
Yeah. Pepperoni pizza and brownies.
It's not bad for my bowels, okay? It's not looking good.
I'm so fucking stopped up, Dimitri.
Yeah.
Even if you wanted to have sex with me right now, like, I can't do it.
I can't do it.
No, obviously she says she's scared because it's Rose and she does a great job at lying.
Yeah. And she takes the fucking steak out from the chair leg from her...
No,
not yet.
Not before the most important part.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
The thing, because Ferrero Rocher,
yes,
is a criminal.
Yes,
she does the thing where she asks the last question.
Oh yes, yes. The why do you want me to turn? Yes,
right. The 20th question.
Mm-hmm.
Right. She's like, okay, one more time, right before I let you change me. Why do you want to awaken me so badly?
Mm-hmm.
And this motherfucker says, we've talked about this, right, folks, for a couple weeks now. You know what the answer is supposed to be. It's
right, we know the answer. It's very easy,
right.
Very simple.
It's supposed to, Alex, what is, because I love you.
Yes.
And this motherfucker says, because I want you. I've always wanted you.
Yeah. And she smartly finally realizes that this is what
She finally gets it.
he means. Like, it doesn't mean that he loves her, that he wants her to love her. He wants her as a pet. He wants her as a trophy. He wants her as something to possess, to own. And she's like,
and she realizes,
got
like,
it.
the Dimitri that she knew,
Right.
that she had fallen for, and the one that she had also had sex with, would have said, he loved me.
Right.
And that there's no love here.
Right.
Which
Bum, bum, bum.
fucking sucks. And she kisses him.
Yes.
And it's not a, like, damn, babe, like, I can't wait for you to change me kiss. It's, like, the equivalent of a forehead kiss. It's a goodbye kiss.
Right. Yes.
Fucking.
And she pulls out that fucking steak and hits him. Hits him right in the fucking chest.
She just smacks his head.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
She doesn't
just
stake
like,
him.
just like slaps him. Just like throws it around.
Oh, yeah.
No, she hits him.
beefed
She's
it once again.
Yeah, she hesitated again. Damn it, Rose. No. No,
Damn
she
it,
plunged
Rose, all
it.
this training.
She plunged it. She did it. She didn't hesitate. She got it. And she said, as she did it, it was like piercing her own heart at the same time. Rochelle Ferrero. You sick fuck.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, what's your fucking problem? Okay?
I will say, it is helping a lot right now to imagine her just hitting him in the head.
Just slapping around. It's much nicer.
God damn it. The problem, though, folks, we are 75% of the way through this book.
Yeah. We have
This
so
is
much
not-
more left.
So, like, either he's gone girl now and Rose goes to save Lissa, or what I'm afraid of
Yeah.
is because this is with wood and not the enchanted metal,
Right.
is he's going to be like, well, that sucked anyway.
Right.
And,
Time to kill
like,
you.
Right, exactly. He's going to be like a fucking zombie and like keep coming after her.
Right.
But like the scary zombies, the zombies that run.
Right, yes.
God damn it. So we have 25, I know how to do math, 25% of this book left.
Yes.
I'm in pain and nervous.
Yeah, I'm
but
scared.
Curious. I am scared because now she still has to get out of this room.
Right. Yeah.
I'm nervous. We have chapters 25 and 26 next week. We're getting there.
We're making our way downtown.
Yeah. And we are running. We're not walking fast.
We are
We're running.
sprinting.
We are running fast in our fucking sweater dress. We
Yes.
have some amazing patrons.
Fuck
today.
yeah, we do.
Would you like to start us off?
Hell yeah. Thank you to Katie Black.
Ooh. Thank you to Kylie Minty.
Brr, 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 brr. Thank you to Alex Dornan.
Ooh. Thank you to Carrie Goldberg.
Brr, brr, brr. Thank you to Rebecca Cullen.
Ooh. Thank you to Jasmine Anastasia.
Brr, brr, brr. Thank you to Megan Pattinson.
Ooh. Thank you to Cassandra O'Shea.
O'Shea. Thank you to Clara Belikov.
Ooh. Thank you to Katya Karp.
Pew, pew, pew. Thank you to Hannah Dragomir.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Thank you to Hope Castile.
Pew, pew, pew. Thank you to Rachel Ashford.
Ooh. Welcome to the family, Emerson Kurova.
Ooh, Emerson. Pew, pew, pew.
Ooh.
Thank you to Maddie Facinelli.
Ooh. Thank you to Samara Rinaldi.
Pew, pew, pew. Thank you to Genevieve Morgan.
Ooh. Thank you to Tess Avery.
Ooh, ow, ow, ow.
Oh.
Thank you to Danielle Burke.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Thank you to, oh shit, my mom, your mom, our mom, Kelly Beck.
Mom! Thank you to Sophia Salinger.
Ooh. Thank you to Laura Forty.
Pew, pew, pew. Thank you to Dan Zeklos.
Ooh. Thank you to Maria Swan.
Pew, pew, pew. Thank you to India Peach.
Ooh. Thank you to Emily Ozera.
Pew, pew, pew. And welcome to the fam, Jaylene Ivashkov. Pew, 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 pew.
Welcome. I found a fan fiction
Oh shit.
this week. I found this.
Proud of you.
It is by, thank you so much. It is by the author Capriclout, and it is titled Something to Live and Die For.
Great.
And the summary is this.
Hell yeah.
Louis could not be more excited for his senior year. Finally, he was able to just coast. He had a solid group of friends, finally felt like he had kept up in his training, and was about to undergo his field experience, the best part of the senior's year. And he had just the Moroi in mind for his experience. Prince Zayn Malik.
No.
One of his best friends. Coincidentally, his plug, and one of the best, most chill Moroi that Louis had ever had the pleasure of meeting. What he isn't prepared for is a Harry Styles shaped wrench to be thrown into all of his plans. AKA, Hampier novice Louis Tomlinson has to spend every waking second of half a semester of his senior year guarding Roy Prince Harry Styles, a charming womanizer who Louis has spent the entirety of his schooling avoiding. So if you haven't figured out yet, this is in fact a One Direction and Vampire Academy crossover.
Incredible. I love it.
This is from Chapter 1, the prologue.
Incredible.
Okay. St. Vladimir's Academy runs on a nocturnal schedule, with classes during the nighttime as the sun bothered the Moroi. The first half of the day was spent practicing elemental magic for the Moroi and practicing combat techniques and theory for novice Hampiers. The second half of the day was spent on general education topics, math, science, etc., and combat Hampier Moroi classes. Hampier novice Louis Tomlinson could not be more excited for his senior year. Finally, he was able to just coast wait, this is just a recap of, okay, that's fine. Is this just the exact thing from the fucking...
From the summary.
From the summary?
I don't know. Sounds kind of...
It is.
Yep.
It is.
Oop, well,
Yeah,
we did
okay.
it. Cool.
Well, who knew that the chapter was going to be the summary? You know what? That's fine.
Hey, we did it. Yeah.
The summary is a great...
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's a great little piece there, and it also,
Sure.
If you are at all interested in these two, I think that it does a great little advertisement for them.
Yeah.
So, if that interests you, in any sense of the word, I would definitely give it a read. What I will say is the author does say that Simon Cowell is mentioned. So...
Oh, okay. So, keep that in mind.
So do just know that.
Brace yourselves.
Wow. I will need to save this because of the fact that it was the first thing when I pulled up Archive of Our Own that Vampire Academy was tagged in. So
Incredible.
congrats.
You did it.
Thank you so much. If you are at all interested in sending us vampire adjacent fan fictions, our email is always available for you.
Yes, please.
Take care of yourselves in this heat, in this world, in this life.
Yeah.
And as we say here in the Pacific Northwest,
Get bit.
and get whipped.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Into the Twilight is an Earbud Media production. You can follow us on Twitter at Into the Twilight or on TikTok at Into the Twilight Show. You can find me at Cody Corral on Twitter and Allie at Alexandria Does. And you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/Into the Twilight. We have merch, so much stuff. All those links are in the episode description. And make sure to rate and review us on your favorite podcast hosting platform. It really helps the show. Thanks. Bye.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media, audio for everyone.